Okay, Spirit's super happy. Okay, everybody. Hi, thank you. Welcome. I am Wendy Wendo. We have Megan and we have our friend Dee off camera. Say hi, Dee.
Hi.
Yay. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do today, everyone, is me and Megan are both gonna kind of be in trance, and Dee is gonna ask whatever questions she wants, and she's gonna be like our sitter. Because me and Megan both feel like we could hit up trance pretty hard today. So I will pause while we get into trance mostly. Um, and and then unpause once Megan and I are mostly in. And yeah, we'll see what Spirit has to say today. Um, and yeah, our friend Dee is super amazing and awesome, and we're super happy that she's gonna hang out and do this with us today. Um, yeah, okay. Oh, I better open circle. Already, Spirit is just like so gung ho. Okay, Spirit guides. Oh, Megan, do you know who you're working with today? Open circle. I want a message for the collective, I guess. You want to work with your team that you've been working with?
Maybe, but
Or is Annie want to
I
come
kind of
in?
have the feeling that Annie is excited that Dee is here.
Okay, Annie wants to come in and talk to Dee. Okay.
So I feel like Yay. that I almost feel like I should invite her in instead because she's yeah, okay. You know, she feels like happy that Dee's here, so it's like, okay, come on.
Oh,
But I was about to say, like, we don't have to go in together if you or I guess we'll just figure it out.
we'll just go with the flow, everyone.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna have Annie come in. I'm gonna have someone come in that wants to say hi to Dee too. And this is our first, the three of us, the first time, not gonna be the last time. So it's good for us all to feel the flow of how this is gonna go. Okay, so here we're gonna just take a moment and get into trance. More formally honored opening circle, honoring that Spirit is here and sitters are here, and just intent of unconditional love. Any messages for whoever they're for is for love and support of the human race and each other. Extra intentful there. Okay, now we're going.
You're saying there's something near the earth that's partially causing the sensitive people to be affected by it right now. It's different than what we're used to in vibration. It's near Earth, closer than it ever has been. The timing was not a coincidence, but this is one of the reasons why many people with sensitivity to energy are feeling off or out of whack. It's accelerating some of the processes in our systems. By this, I mean somewhat of a clearing out process. Those of you who have asked for help with certain things are feeling some of the effects now because your guides and higher selves have been preparing for this sort of release. Obviously, they were aware of this coming. No, you are not able to see it with your physical eyes in the sky. I just thought you should know. This is the cause of some of this behavior within your brains. One of the reasons you would be feeling more sensitive now because this is a different vibration. Your body is trying to understand it. So it's being more aware of everything.
When you were talking, I got an image of like a dragon or a snake.
A lot more is opening up now that some of the barriers have lowered. Yes. I mean, the previous agreements, meaning more barriers have lowered. Earth is more accessible, at least in the way that they are able to be closer to Earth, both physically and energetically.
This is also why a lot of people are saying we're headed for like first contact with ETs.
Yes. Within 4 months, there will be another sign. This is depending on your, I will say, people in charge. Allow
Another
yourself to
sign.
see what is already, don't allow someone else to dictate what you see. I know you do not specifically. I am saying this for the purposes of others.
There's a lot of people talking about the great flash that is coming. Do you have anything to say about that?
What is near you now is a precursor to the flash. I guess you would say it is a taking your temperature to see what you are ready for next. There are those who simply monitor how you respond to these smaller things. You deem them smaller, maybe, but it's actually quite large because this is very new. So, yes, this is a precursor to what you would say the flash. But in my perspective, the flash is not one singular event.
Is the flash like a so it's not going to be like a physical flash of light that everybody can see? Is it more of like an energetic activation type thing?
There are some that may perceive a physical flash because it is what their mind requires to take it more seriously. The majority know it is just simply a feeling or a knowing in that activation, but you are actually already going through the process of what you call the flash. But again, yes, just for those who need to understand, you may physically perceive a flash. This may be from the sun, or it may just be, I'm saying this just for your understanding, not as a comparison to the devastation. Is what you see if you see like the atom bomb, you would see a flash of light and then the aftermath of the bomb. Some people perceive it as that. It's just because of their systems not being ready for that energetic movement. But the flash may be as small as seeing the sun flash. Maybe it's suddenly brighter for a few seconds. Or maybe you perceive it on your side of, that flash looked like it's from a ship or a plane. Some people may see as the ET's ship because it's just simply easier for them to understand. Calling it the flash is just easier to say because it is light. It is a different vibration that's to travel through your body.
Like
Mhm.
a mass awakening of the last large group of people to awaken for the next few years. There will be the odd ones still awakening in the next few years. This flash is a big group of people who are going to be awakened, and then there will still be some asleep. It's the last big group over the last 10 years has been slow, like a larger group, slowly awakening, a large mass of people. Now is going to be another large mass. This is who you are all going to be helping and guiding this next large mass of people. And there are still going to be some asleep. And they may awaken a little bit over time. But there will not be a large mass awakening of such magnitude again for some years.
It is the hope that it is not necessary to happen again. This sounds very daunting, doesn't it? Maybe I should redo some of my wording.
It's an ongoing of the disillusionment that is already happening. The flash is kind of like a metaphor for the energy. Some people need to have a quote religious experience to awaken, or the cognitive dissonance, the massive shock to some will seem like a flash. Maybe they will experience, like you say.
I should point out, Dee, if you are asking this for yourself, no, you will not be one of those people. Your system has already been attuning to it, and you will not receive an extreme version or very in-your-face physical version. You will just know. It is
Yeah.
just waking up feeling different.
Okay. Thank you.
You all here are not included in this mass. You are already, yes, like my friend said, this message does not necessarily apply to you. Things will become more chaotic seeming, but that is what happens. And you should not be alarming yourselves. Keep focusing on what you're focusing on. You create your reality. The people being caught up in to be chaos, more the apparent perception that they will have will be of chaos because they have ignored maybe the signs. And the more gentle awakening in a way, do not get caught up in the chaos. Some of these people, maybe, who are going to be awakening, have been gaining knowledge and reading, but have not had that clicking experience. There are going to be some of those. It's not going to be as crazy as catastrophe, but there's opposite things happening, and disillusionment is not always comfortable. You will know what to do when the time comes for you to do.
Really, for me, I just want to say that it is simple as getting into an elevator to take you to another level. You have to choose to take the step into the elevator, but once you're in, do you not wait? Allow the elevator to bring you to the next level, and then you wait and open the doors, and there's another level for you. There's nothing really for you to do unless you're asking for a specific intention, but just calmly step into the elevator and let the elevator do its job. Feels like a separate question coming. Excuse me, I did sort of jump in without saying anything. I was just trying to explain something and then I slipped in faster than I thought.
I was done speaking. We are just here.
What can we do to prepare or to help the process along for others?
Yes. In many ways, you are already prepared. Although right now I'm looking at you specifically. But it seems very simple to say that there are so many already preparing, but just need to know that they are not alone, that they are not feeling these ways or experiencing these emotions or feeling that they're losing their own mind, they need to know that they are not alone. However, this seems even more difficult to say. Feeding into who you are rather than who you feel you are supposed to be helps this. Right now, who you feel you are supposed to be is more of the illusion of this current society. And again, that is the energy that is coming away. So it is true what they're saying. There are systems collapsing. Again, I do not want to say that this is massive chaos and anarchy. I am saying that systems are collapsing from inside out. So flowing along with this of who you are, despite any fears or illusions within your mind, this is feeding this newer energy. There is a place for you. It is just dark in the tunnel that you can't see it ahead of you. Again, this is just the old energy making it dark, to say it very simply. I am being corrected saying that this sounds way too simple.
It is all simple. Everything they need to do is really very simple. They just want to complicate it. And changing their programming is simple.
No, it just feels that I need to be more practical. There are people that will not understand this. I need to be more practical. Bettering yourself from inside out. Not to say that you are not great in your own way. I am saying helping prepare your physical body with optimal health will help the transition. Lighter foods, water, things like electrolytes, vitamins in your foods, physical energy moving through your body regularly. This will help your body experience this, which also helps the rest of your energetic systems. If I can offer clearing out of the mental clutter. So, again, to put this practically, allowing for moments of meditation or rest. I am urging you not to push yourself forward. If something feels like you have to push yourself to do it in both the spiritual and physical life, I urge you to not do this. There's a reason why it feels like you have to push. What you're pushing is your own resistance to moving from this old energy. We're moving into a different vibration, which just further encourages the higher self to continue to give you what you want, what is truly meant for you. Right now, so many of you are living in the way of the old systems because they chose to believe in those old systems. They chose to be a part of those old systems. And those are the people that will feel the chaos when those old systems start to collapse. And no, I am not speaking physically these buildings collapsing. I'm just saying there are less opportunities there. Hopefully that was more clear. It feels like people will need more practical understanding of this.
I would agree.
All right. If you wake up in the morning and you drink orange juice every day that is your routine of drinking orange juice every day, as was your father's before you and his grandfather. If you wake up in the morning, ask yourself, as I'm reaching for this orange juice, why am I drinking this orange juice? Is this because I want this orange juice? Is this orange juice doing something for me? Or is it just a part of my habits and routines? If it's a part of your habits and routines, it will become easier and easier for you to understand it. Maybe this morning you gravitated towards grapefruit juice. Follow that lead of the grapefruit juice. It may be more difficult to say, today I feel like quitting my job and moving to Hawaii. Okay, I know that seems like practically a lot to ask, but if you can begin with those little urges, you are already being told, guided by this new energy. This energy we're talking about, this shift is already happening. It's just many of you are in resistance to it. A lot of things will not make sense. You may feel very foggy, but it is those moments of, I woke up this morning and I wanted grapefruit juice. I did not automatically reach for the orange juice. So I'm going to have the grapefruit juice. But the old you would have said, no, I have orange juice every morning. I'll have grapefruit juice later. Drink the grapefruit juice. And this will be in small amounts, in large amounts, but it will come. I urge you to follow those. And that's also why I say the meditation does help. Exercise does help. All you're doing is just creating more room for this newer energy. Right now, I'm showing the image of cracking through the shell of an egg. From inside the egg, it feels like it's a lot of work. You can't tell how thick the shell is. So it feels like I have to keep hammering and hammering and hammering. But from the outside, the shell is actually very thin and it takes very little effort. But right now, a lot of you are either hammering or you're just sitting in here because you feel comfortable within this eggshell. It will not become comfortable within the eggshell. And that's, again, I am speaking to those who will experience the feeling of chaos. Financially, spiritually, emotionally, you will feel chaos. This is the separation of you and this newer energy. Energy does what it wants. Energy is already there. It's going to create this. It's just a matter, again, of the resistance to it. I
Great
should say you're
job.
all a part of it. There is not one person who will be left out of this. You are all a part of it. Every soul who came to be here now is a part of it. So none of you are going to get left behind. Do not feel that you are. Those who seem like they're left behind is because that was their choice. So please do not be afraid of that. There are some that will be in the front only because they have chosen that role to go through it earlier, to be able to sort of help pull people from the middle forward, that they just needed a hand. And there are some that are all the way in the back. Please do not worry yourself with those that are all the way in the back of the line. They've chosen to be there. Your jobs will be to help those in the middle of the line that want this. They are trying for this. They just simply need that hand to help lead the way for them. Yes, Dee, I am speaking to you specifically.
Who is here? Who are you?
Me?
Yes, you. Is this Annie?
Yes.
Okay.
I would not miss this opportunity.
You're doing a great job.
So when things feel like chaos, how do we not get swept up in the fear for our survival through this?
Yes, this is excellent. This is going on a theme that I have been pushing into her mind already. Many will not be able to accept this, but I would like you to ask yourself, is this real or is this my perception? Some of you have chosen to experience more difficulty, say financially, for example, or health. But again, I need you to ask yourself, is this my perception or is this my reality? Because you create your reality with your perception. But many, 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 many of you are simply stuck in that perception, therefore they deem it to be their reality. That is not to say that things will not happen. It's just up to you individually how you will receive this sort of change. If you receive a letter in the mail saying your house is being foreclosed on and you are concerned about this, I do not have the money to pay, I will not have a place to live for my family. Please do not, in that moment, automatically feel this is the end of the world for you. You are stuck out on the street. This is just this old house moving out of the way for something new to come in. So instead of being in this, how can I survive? I will be out on the street. My family is out on the street. How can I do this? I need you to pause and remember that is the old pattern of thinking. That is what you've been conditioned to feel and believe. Pause this and open up your mind to going, this happened because I have a house that is better suited for my family coming to me. I never would have chosen this new place if my old house didn't need to leave me. I will quote, yes, she enjoys this, but it is very, very true. Remember, this happens for you. It is just very difficult because of so much of your conditioning. But it is like that with everything. And I will say, relationships, belief systems, it sounds unpractical to say question everything because I sound like I am trying to be controversial. I am not telling you to be controversial. I am telling you this because this is accurate. Most of your ways of life are just built within these old systems, and we cannot simply just have these old systems taken immediately from you because you won't know what to do. You would be running around panicking. We are attempting to help you for, I am looking for a timeline, at least 7 years now, for you to feel more comfortable with this energy coming in. It has changed more because the agreements have ended. So now there is an acceleration. I will say that. Yes. It occurs to me that some of these systems collapsing, relationships, governmental systems, all of the subconscious systems, even people will experience pain or distress. It is very important for you to honor how you feel because this is a part of the leaving of this. You are a human. You're experiencing human. That's the whole point. So, no, I am not telling you this for you to ignore those human parts of yourself, but to help those human parts of yourself grow into the true you. So, I'm recognizing there is a grief process happening. All of you will be, as much as you want to, as much as all of your souls want to, as much as all of us want you to move into this next level. It occurs to me I need to acknowledge that there is a grief process that's already been happening. Many of you are clinging to old ways. Even without realizing it is just because it makes you feel safe. You feel safe if you know what to expect.
They're working pretty intensely on my nervous system right now, so I am quiet.
From my perception, you are sitting in a bathtub. What they would like to ask you to do is more relax and allow. Do not take the soap from them. Relax and allow.
Okay, thank you. Dee was going to ask a question.
So that's what you're describing is kind of what I've been trying to do as things become messed up with my job right now. Um, I guess if I may ask for a personal insight, if you're willing and able.
I've been waiting for you to ask. I knew you wanted to speak more personally. I wanted to speak more personally to you.
Do we want to pause for the personal
Yes.
stuff?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, everybody, we would like to say thank you to Dee for joining us today in our adventures. And we did have some more personal adventure time. So thank you, Dee, for joining us. And thank you, everybody. Me and Megan will slowly close out Circle. Annie is here with us today. And yes, closing of the circle. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Annie. And we're stopping the recording. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Do it up.